I have it on my bulletin board, and I thought, well, I'll write a story about a daughter raised by an African American mother and a Kenyan father, and just the differences in their upbringing. And he would go back to Kenya, and she would miss him for years and then go back to try and find and understand. And while I was writing that, I was about 30 pages in, and my father got sick. And
Your father?
My father did, and was admitted to the hospital. So he was there for about 2 weeks, and I was going every single day to see him. And just sitting there in the ward and looking at him, and although it wasn't anything life-threatening, at any point the tables could turn. So I was faced with the possibility in my mind of losing him. And I just started thinking about my life with him. And for some reason, I started thinking about the family that lived above us when we did live in Crown Heights in the apartment. And I don't know why that thought came to mind, but there was a lot of abuse going on above us. And I remember the father that lived there screaming at 3 in the morning that he was going to burn the building down. And that's the story that replaced meeting my father at Columbani. That's the story that unraveled.
Your father was not this father, though.
No, my father was not that father.
No. But how did you get to know this father? Because you had to crawl inside him, and that had to be really disturbing.
Well, it is disturbing, but I really don't think that you have to look too far to find characters like that. You're presented with it. You're presented with those characters on television. You read them in books, and you know at least 1 or 2 alcoholics or drug users. So you don't have to look that far.
There are so many scenes in this book that were just so powerful to me. In particular, the Christmas scene in December, when everybody's together and the 3 brothers are there and they are going through this whole drinking routine. Tell me about writing that.
Well, during the that was easy because
it is the holidays.
It's the holidays, and people, they get together and they drink, and sometimes it gets out of hand. And I think I saw that mostly at Christmas parties, at office Christmas parties, and people drinking, having a good time, and all of a sudden, it would get nasty. So you just take it out of that context and put it in a family situation.
But it really got nasty.
Yeah, yeah,
really did.
that did.
And in a few days, or in another sequence in the book, there's a whole business where the police come to the house, and the father is holding a gun to the mother's head, and boy, is that tough stuff to read.
That's that would probably be the most terrifying thing that can happen to a child, to see that, to see a parent attempting to murder his spouse or her spouse. So, but again, whatever unfolds in front of me, that's what I put down.
It just appeared.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't work hard at it. I don't sit there saying, well, what can I do next to make it really deep or really exciting? You kind of think about it, but you don't think about it too hard. And it comes to you in a dream, or, you're sitting on the bus, because your characters are always with you. And then it's like, boom. This is what's going to happen.
Was there always a bullet in the gun or not?
Oh. No, I don't think there was ever a bullet in the gun.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
There is also a sequence in the book, and I know it's right in the very front cover of the book, where your young lady in the book says that now that I forget things, now and then I forget things, small things that wouldn't matter otherwise in my life. One day last week, I forgot that I hated my father. I forgot that I had even thought of him as a monster, and I woke up early one cold winter morning, and I got on 2 buses traveling over an hour to sit by his bedside at the hospital. So a lot of this is about coming to grips with things and resolutions in life.
And it's surprising to me that I have so many people coming up to me saying, it's like you peeked into my life. I had a woman, I went to a literary luncheon a few days back, and she handed me her business card, and on her business card she wrote, I forgot I hated him too. And that was really overwhelming for me.
So you didn't hate your dad?
No.
But yet you're having this experience with all these other people.
Yeah.